Back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist, that's a CBT therapist, and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. I'd like to start by saying that this is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. Nothing else. I'd like to thank my subscribers, my viewers, for your kindness, mindfulness, the passion we have to find out the truth of what exactly happened that night. Today, I'd like to go back to the crime scene. I personally, I'm not a forensics expert, but would have said that this bed, this room, should have been part of the crime scene. I am baffled that they actually showed this room. I see so many red flags that I don't know where to start with. Let's start with the major red flags. This is all my opinion. There's no facts, honestly, in this case. I personally believe that the students, surviving roommates, fraternities, sororities are all, not all of them, but some of them are involved. Now let's go to DM's room. Let me zoom into her bed. Why is there so much red liquid here, is my question. We don't have to be a forensic expert to see red liquid. We are all humans. In some point of our life, we could have injured ourselves. We know what red liquid looks like. We don't need the forensics to tell us. Now pay attention to this pillow. My subscribers, my dear subscribers, let me know, am I imagining or do y'all see JC or JG written on the pillow? The creepy thing is that it's written on red liquid that has dried out. Look at this bed. Look at this blanket. Last time I knew, and all the pictures I've seen, Zana had this blanket. Why would Zana's blanket be in DM's room? I made a clip yesterday about the Vampire Diaries and the surviving roommates. The reason I made it is that was the last thing they were watching, allegedly. I want to know if they got their sick ideas from Vampire Diary. In Vampire Diary, there is so much red liquid. There's so much poke. And look at the mask here. Now that is scary from the Scary Movie. It looks like the mask. We all have seen Scary Movie. And that mask is real. Now what interests me in this room that makes me ask myself, were the girls and Ethan gagged? Look at how this rope is. It is actually tied on her bed. Even if she tied it for fun, why would such a long rope be hanging? I believe something happened in this room. This is my personal opinion. People have told me that the victims could be under the duvet. Honestly, I wouldn't know, so I don't want to speculate about that. What I want to know is, why is there blood on her sheets? Why is that word J for Janet and G for Gambia? Or is it J for Janet and C for Charlie? Why would someone write two initials there? Does not make sense. DM said she was hallucinating. She wasn't sure what she saw. And I believe that's a lie. She would have heard everything that happened in this house. People were literally fighting for their lives. It was a hell of a fight upstairs. That's what Steve G told us. The coroner told him that. I'm sure the coroner knows everything, and she was talking freely in the beginning. The coroner said the victims, unfortunately, passed away somewhere after 2 a.m. Isn't that strange? If you go and search for that clip, it'll be very difficult to find it. But she said 2 a.m. They edited it. They're trying to change the timelines. I personally believe everything was done by 3:30. When all the people with the mask were taking pictures, one of them was right in front of 1122 King Road. He took a picture, the guy with the black ski mask and the dark green hoodie jacket. He did it at 3:30. What was DM doing at 3:30? At 3:30, she was 33. She was actually downloading pictures. Sorry, uploading pictures. Isn't it strange that DM called Kaylee to be a +1? I've always said from the beginning, the fraternities, especially Sigma Chi, are involved. The Davids' names were everywhere in the beginning of this case. The surviving roommates' stories don't make sense. DM is trying to tell us that allegedly BK said, somebody's here. BK actually told Kaylee, I am here for you. Let's not forget, Kaylee said there is somebody here. If DM was hearing all this, why didn't she call 911? Why did it take these people 8 to 9 hours to call 911? It's because they felt safe at home. The threat wasn't on BF. The threat wasn't on DM. DM was bullied on Halloween. I've spoken about it so many times, guys. Just go to Maddie's TikTok. There's a lot of swearing words in the song, but she says, you a manipulator. You liar. So that was what they were calling DM. In fact, let me show you all this. Look at DM's face. Look at the bump on her head. This happened on the 30th of October, 2022. 13 days before the quadruples took place. Is this why DM decided not to call 911? DM and Kaylee were the only two who moved to the property after August. What is interesting is the dress Maddie has on is the dress Ryan painted or drew. The waitress dress was his target Maddie. This is the second bullying incident I see. May they rest in peace. Hannah Clear was an important person in this incident. It was Hannah Clear's birthday on the 15th of November. her brothers were at the grub truck. Everyone seemed to be packed with weapons. DM must have felt humiliated, heartbroken. She must have felt alone. She must have felt really bullied, and she was only 19 years old. So if this pattern of bullying was going on, did all the victims decide to maybe take revenge? Like Hannah Clay's brothers, allegedly, they were driving a white Hyundai Elantra. And one of them, the brother, seems to be Ryan's friend. I'm still trying to research if he goes to the college or if he goes to any fraternity. It was always said that Maddie bullied Hannah Clay. Now, this incident, as a mental health counselor, what I see is not right. I can sense somebody who's forced to be in a place they don't want to be. This can cause tensions. Oh my God. DM is gagged. I've always shown you that. But what is interesting is look at the rope that is around DM. Take a close look at this white rope or cable wire, extension, whatever they tie DM on is what. Did y'all see the rope they tied DM on? And now look at this rope on the bed. It is literally tied on the bed. And I believe it's the same rope. I wonder if Dylan, DM, decided to take revenge for what she went through on Halloween. With all due respect to the 4 victims' families. What is this am I seeing on the bed? Is it a person? This is really strange. This looks like a face. And then you have JG. Why does it look like there's a K in front of the JG? Could this have been Kaylee Jane Gongalves? You can see clearly the J, and it's a G actually. I used to think it was a C. So forgive me for that. What am I seeing near the pillow? Is this actually a human being? May God bless this soul. I don't want to even guess who it is, because this is really sad. Guys, this blanket is supposed to be pink, and it has the dark maroon flowers. Where would these red stains come from? I believe it's red liquid. What is in DM's room? Look at this white rope, cloth, whatever we call it. Look at it hanging on the bed. Isn't that strange? Even when you zoom out, you can see it. I haven't seen any YouTube creator besides Outcast. May God bless him, because he helps us, and when he plays our videos, that's the only time you can see certain things. That's why I would advise you to go to Outcast's channel. I am not beating through the bushes. I'm done with this. This should have been a crime scene. I've always said from day one, The surviving roommates are involved. Maybe BF is involved because she ran for her life. There was a blonde woman running. The tripod isn't lying. Where was DM is my question. Was she one of the suspects allegedly doing this? What a nice excuse. I'm not sure if I was awake or if I was hallucinating. Everyone is entitled to believe what they believe. When I zoom in, I was the one who caught this guy running or walking fast. It doesn't matter. He came out of the house right after the white car left. Guys, am I imagining or do you all see what I see? I don't want to get a copyright strike by saying what I see. Or if I tell you what I see, then obviously you'll start kind of believing what I see. I want you all to have an open mind. And look at this. This guy is actually taking pictures of two victims on the floor. Maddie and Kaylee could have been unalived at home. I don't believe Zana and Ethan were unalived at 1122 King Road because this proves it. Although it's a blurry picture, all you'll have to do is watch the video, the body cam they put out of Brian Koberger allegedly driving the white car. And when you see the guy running, please stop and zoom into what he's saying. I am not going to beat around the bushes anymore. This is another crime scene. DM's room is a crime scene, in my opinion. This house and outside this house is a crime scene. The steps of 1122 Kings Road should be a crime scene. The living room, even worse. They never showed us the toilets, the bathrooms. We don't even need to see that because we see what we see. And I see people on the floor. The more you zoom in, you can see not the person who's on the left. Look at the person on the right. Although it's blurry, I personally believe that Ethan and Zana were unalived here. May God bless them. May God bless their souls and may the correct justice be served one day. I am happy that they put out the body cam. Just because I zoomed in and it's blurry doesn't make it a lie of what we see. Many people told me to try and circle it or to highlight it with a marker, but due to the respect of the victims, may God bless them, I'm not going to do it. I just wanted to show you all what I see. I see two heads. I see two bodies. That's all I can see. May they rest in peace. This one is blurry too, but you can see. What are the people doing on the floor? Why would people be just lying down on the floor unless something happened? This is really heartbreaking. These are somebody's children that they did this to. Look at him taking pictures like nothing happened. These people were watching Vampire Diaries and worse things. What happened to the empathy? This is the frats and sororities who did it. I have never changed my opinion, and I don't intend to change my opinion. These were the people running around that night. These were the people on Banfield. This guy was at the grub truck. Now pay attention to this guy with the cap. He is the one who was taking pictures of the people on the floor. Look at what he's doing. He's actually recording Kaylee and Maddie. He is actually recording the girls. This is the same guy who was running from 1119 King Road. Why would you be recording Maddie and Kaylee? This was all pre-planned. Let's not forget, Jack Showalter threatened the girls. He said, you know we're going to get you for that, Maddie. We've heard rumors that Maddie flushed rugs worth $75,000. If that is true, that is a good one solid reason that they would do it. Look at these people. Look at Jack Showalter behind. Look at this guy in the black tracksuit. I've showed you all many times. As soon as he comes, the mood changes at the grub truck. Pay attention to that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was his rugs that Maddie could have allegedly thrown. But this is bigger than we think. This was pre-planned from September, like Ryan said. That's why DM called Kaylee to be a +1. May the rest in peace. All these people standing here, in my opinion, are suspects. The surviving roommates are suspects too. Because DM did not call 911, although she heard, allegedly, Brian telling Kaylee, I am here for you. No, DM, you know it wasn't Brian. It was the Sigma Chi fraternity boys. It could have been David Lodge, allegedly. One of the Davids. Jack Showalter. He was the only person who left town. Let's not forget that. When did the cops have a chance to take DNA and to check Showalter's cars? Showalter is a professional junior wrestler. He is a professional hunter. He's been reported and kicked out of his fraternity for bothering girls. Harassments. And we saw on the report that the trail led the police to his house, his flat, and there was red liquid, allegedly on his door. I never believed that he was escorting the girls. He was escorting them to be deleted. May God bless their soul. This guy with the cap and his girlfriend, Bonnie and Clyde, need to be arrested. Because I saw him taking pictures of allegedly bodies on the floor. Hayden is involved, allegedly. Joe Vito, the same. The grub truck was a rug truck, in my opinion. The manager is the one who said, people have fallen. And then he told the customer, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the Twitch live. People have fallen. Kaylee and Maddie are here. And he says it while they're here. That is when Ethan and Zana were deleted. This is horrible. All these people, in my opinion, are involved. I could be completely right or I could be completely wrong. I'm just sharing my opinions and I'm exposing everything I see. Enough is enough. DM, was this a revenge for what they did to you on Halloween Day, October 30, 2022? 13 days before the quadruples. It can't be a coincidence, DM. Did you gag these poor victims? Sigma Chi said, Sigma Chi, rule number 1, get the biggest threat first. That would have been Ethan, and they already had beef with Ethan. Look at these people. This isn't normal. This guy is recording Kaylee and Maddie. Look at how he's looking at the girls. He is blatantly either taking pictures of Maddie and Kaylee or he's recording them. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about DM's room being a crime scene. And please let me know what y'all think about the Halloween night. And DM, was this a revenge on Alivings? Please like, share, and subscribe.